And we're live. We're back. The farm is back. Some more best ball. The last really week of best ball. This is more like a round table. We'll do a draft here too, but football's
Yeah,
upon us.
I haven't jumped in yet. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
upon us. I mean, I'm going down, drive to Kentucky, drive to
Yeah.
Georgia, beat up,
Georgia.
take
Yeah.
some lumps. I'm ready for football season.
Yeah, we're in the best ball baseball streets too. So, and I think all of our teams are good, like second or first in every single team that's made it to the semis. That's where you want to be on a Sunday afternoon because this is the first final. I mean, it's like right. This is the third. Sorry, there's 4 weeks left, right? After this week, there'll be 3. So basically, every week here on out is really important. So anytime you're like scoring towards the top, and it's the accumulation of multiple weeks. So we'll see how the guys shake out. We'll do a draft today, and then we'll talk about some news. I'm curious. Like, there's some takes I have that are going on in the NFL. That are like, I'm just curious to hear your thoughts on because we haven't really chatted about too much.
Yeah, before we jump into a draft, let's do some news.
Yeah, some news. So this is a piece of news I'd be curious to get your take on. The Deshaun Watson stuff coming out of Cleveland, right? Like, I do think he'll be the starter, right? Like, I don't know if you saw the press conference where he came out and was like, I don't know if you saw this, but he was basically like, why are you booing me? You know, blah, blah, blah. Shador doesn't look good. Deshaun didn't look good in that performance. I do think, like, and I don't know if this is hot take. I'm like, dude, Deshaun, like, regardless of the off the field stuff, like, whatever you think about that, to me, it doesn't matter. It's like, if on the field play is good and it's better than the other alternatives that they have, I think he's the guy that you put in. But like more than that, it's like, dude, Deshaun, like if you want to earn the respect of the fan base back, just play better on the field. Like they paid you $200 million. Like to me, it's like, I don't think, dude, if you are a superstar and you're winning games for the Cleveland Browns, they are not going to give a shit about your past, in my opinion, right? Like for the most part, like people forgive greatness, right? Like they'll forgive like a great, like if he came in, it was like electric MVP style candidate. And I don't think he'll be that. Like there's no chance he's that. But like if he was, the fan base would turn around. It's like Deshaun is like acting like a victim at this point. It's like, come on, bub. Like,
but in a way, like just the steel man, it's just like, you know, when he tore his ACL, they were booing. It's like they were booing the injury, you know?
Yeah. No, dude, so, again, but you can't play a victim at the NFL. It's like, dude, the on the field stuff matters. It just does, right? Like, I get it. He tore his ACL. Like, that sucks. The fan base wasn't thrilled about it. And, like, they didn't treat him well. But, like, dude, no fan base, a lot of fan bases won't treat you well. You know what I'm saying, dude? It's like, to me, it's like
a lot of fan bases. You know, Cleveland's a poverty franchise, and listen, for all the off the field stuff, you boo for that, fine. But like when a guy tears his ACL, like don't boo that, don't boo.
Yeah, no, dude, I agree with that, but don't play the victim card. Like that is just soft to me. I think you go out and you perform in the field. If you don't perform, then like it doesn't matter. Like to me, it's like all like this is a sport. You're here to play the game, and like you are at his peak, he was a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Like he was like. I mean, a tier below Lamar Jackson, but had some of the rushing skills. He had like an elite arm, like coming out of.
He was never Lamar Jackson, but it was an elite processor, and
he had some wheels too. Like he was a decent.
He's not wrong in the sense of like Cleveland backed me because he's a guy that throughout his Clemson days, throughout his days in Houston, when he was good, he was playing with confidence. How can you have any confidence in that city right now?
Like, so you can't, Dylan. I understand that point, but like when they paid him much money, he came to Cleveland. Even in his year when he was healthy, he was horrible. Like the on the field stuff has to get better. It doesn't matter to me. It's like I don't think Cleveland. Yeah, I agree with you. Like I would never do that. Like that is not in my character to boo a guy when he tears the ACL. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to go out and perform. If you're not going out to perform, like it does not matter what you think or how you feel about the fan base. It's like you have to go win ball games or like play well enough to like earn the respect. Like if you went out there and balled out for them this season, like I don't think anyone would even care about the off the field. I mean, like there would be people still pundits that would say shit about it, but like to me, it's like the fan base as a whole would be like, cool, let's ride. You know what I'm saying? Like they paid them all this money. They want to see what they have. Like let them go out and cook. So. I do hope he wins the job because I just from what I've seen is like Shador and him both have looked kind of washed. I do think more for Watson is a bit of a head game right now. I just don't know if Shador's got the talent to be a NFL quarterback. I mean, I don't know if you disagree with that, Dylan. I just think Shador is probably like not a guy
Deshaun Watson looked better. Deshaun Watson, he looked better preseason game 1. He looked fine. I mean, not special. I mean, not good, but like not bad. I mean. So it's just it's tough to say. I mean, I get it. I get both sides. You know, it's just like you know, if the same shenanigans were happening in Philly, they just be their guys. But I do like this is a confidence based sport, right? Like if you had the chance and to steal minute to rally around, I want this team to be good. This guy gives us the best chance to win. Let's rally. Let's see if we can get our guy to a place mentally we want him to be, right? and it's not all on the city, but it is a little bit on them, right? Like, part of the same reason Bryce Young, we suffer the same things. Like, man, I understand Bryce Young's not that good, but let's back the guy. I think Carolina does a way better job about backing our guy. Hey, this is our guy. We're gonna ride with him. We believe in him. That matters. We're not booing him off the field, right? Like that does
Agreed.
matter. So like,
I mean, agreed.
And it's a confidence-based sport, right? You have to make the throws, but like, man, if you're like, the weight of the city's on you too, because and then your job, it's just like, I get it. I mean, once again,
you got to be able to handle it though. You got $200 million, handle the pressure, baby. You have to, like, it's like it can produce an amazing comeback story if he wills it, right? Like he does have to will it. I wanted to throw that to you, just kind of hear your thoughts. I get that I think we're like mostly in agreement there. Just kind of curious what you're thinking of what's going on in Cleveland. Another thing that we had to talk about that I don't think we talked about live is the Higgins news. That's kind of a bummer for us. I have roughly like $1,500 worth of him in best ball. Those teams are definitely not dead. Like I was looking at let me just read you the receivers in this team, Don. This is the $500 big dog. And I do have him. I drafted him before the news came out, which was unfortunate. But this is an example of a team that I'm like, oh, actually, this just doesn't really matter. He is he's my sixth receiver in this team. Listen to the guys I have above him: Puka Nacua, Zay Flowers, Emeka Buka, Josh Downs, and Michael Pittman. In reality, like Higgins probably wasn't going to matter much on that team anyways, right? Like he's a sixth receiver, and with the guys. Hold on, but let me just continue here. So with those five guys, generally speaking, you're gonna have, I mean, obviously you want three guys to score for you every week. I have two of the best receivers. I think two of the top five receivers in the NFL on that team. And then the other guys are Emeka Buka, Josh Downs, and Michael Pittman. And I'm going to go seventh guy, either Douglas or Bell, to pair with Malik Washington. But like, in my opinion, like on this team, because it was already receiver heavy, it doesn't matter as much. Where I think it does become an issue is like if you went RB, like hero RB, Dylan, and like Higgins is your number 3 or number 4, I think that hurts a little bit more because you're relying on him as a week-to-week scorer. What I'm saying in this type of build, this is an example of like, yeah, kind of a bummer for sure on this team. But like for the most part, like I was hoping he scored like 3 to 4 weeks for me over the course of the season, and like maybe not even that, like maybe 1 to 2 weeks, right? Like because of the way the team is structured. So like, yeah, obviously a bummer on this team, but for the most part, because it's hero receiver with Puka and Zay Flowers and Emeka Buka up type, like it matters a little bit less. So I do have a lot.
What do you think about the Keenan Allen going to the Colts? And you know how high I'm on Josh Downs. He's like for me.
I think it's gonna be irrelevant. I kind of was in the camp of it will be irrelevant last season when he went back to the Chargers. The issue there was like he had a rapport with Justin Herbert. I just don't know how relevant he's gonna be. He's a year older, obviously. He started to lose a step already, and we saw it last season. I think last season was just more the target, right? Like it was a comfortability with Justin Herbert. I mean, I just don't think it's gonna matter too much. Like Tyler Warren and Josh Downs will still be the guys in the short to medium area, and like I think that like that's gonna matter. Like Keenan Allen, what is he gonna get? Like what is he gonna average in targets per game? Like 4 targets. I just don't see him getting much more than that. Like I don't think the Colts is not gonna be a high pass volume attack in my opinion. Like it'll be like short area stuff, and I think Josh Downs and Tyler Warren are just better. Like how much better? They're so much better than Keenan Allen at this point in their career, Dylan. Right? Like to me, I think it's people maybe overreacting a little bit, and I just don't think it's worth drafting him. The news I think that's relevant that also sucks for me is this shit that's happened in the Giants backfield. Like Tyron Tracy continues to like miss blocks, fumble the ball in preseason. I do think he's like, he was a receiver in college. I believe he played at Minnesota. Maybe double check my math there. I do believe he was a Minnesota receiver. I don't know if Purdue. Okay. I knew my boy would know. But yeah, so I think that is a bit of an issue. I think Tyron Tracy will still be used. He'll get 7 to 10 touches, but like, I don't know how much they want to use him in pass pro with Jack and Dart back there already kind of banged up. So the Najee Harris thing, it's like I do think Najee Harris is washed. Cam Scatbo is still going to be the guy. I think there will be some like some snaps. It doesn't help Tracy. Yeah, it hurt Tracy. Even as a Tracy backer, it does hurt Tracy. Other news that curious to hear your thoughts on the Jacoby Lane thing is interesting. I like Elijah Sherrod. I like Rashad Bateman. I think Jacoby Lane has just objectively looked good for Baltimore. It doesn't hurt. To me, it just helps. Let me just talk. It helps Zay Flowers a lot because I just don't think there's a solid receiver too. I think Bateman is going to start. The issue with Bateman is the suspension potentially looming. There's something that came out 2 days ago about like a domestic violence issue with his baby mama. And I don't know if there's going to be like charges pressed or whatnot. If there are, like Jacoby Lane then becomes like, maybe someone you're watching DFS. I don't know how much I want to draft him because I do think the offense is going to flow through, especially with the new OC and the new head coach in there. I think it's going to flow through like Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry. And I think the second pass option will probably just be Mark Andrews with the comfortability that he has. With
and Jacoby Lane has all the tools, right? But I over the years, I've always been so excited about these rookies. And just where they drafted him was like, yeah, there's potential upside there. And everyone was like, oh, look at Puka, how late he was picked. And that's just that's a diamond in a rough. You're not gonna find that very often. So I just think he's great. He's pretty toolsy. He's huge. He's a massive individual. He's got a speed, right? Like, so he could fit in the offense, right? But just like, is he gonna play if Bateman's healthy? Like, are we sure he's going to be on the field all the time? And the answer to that is no, right? So I like him. Tempered expectations there. And same with Cyrus Allen, who's getting a lot of buzz. Like, are we sure Cyrus Allen's even going to play? I mean, Jalen Rolls, all these guys that go through there that have all this hype. Sky Moore, they never materialize. And so sometimes they do, right? And maybe it's worth taking a shot on. But me and you both think that the Chiefs are going to be pretty run heavy this year. So I'm not touching those type of guys.
Yeah, another guy that I drafted someone he was falling a lot, but I'm not drafting at all now. And maybe I'm like in the case of like, maybe this just doesn't work out as people are expecting, is Deshaun Stribling. I feel like people are so high on him, and there's still like the coach speak on him isn't great, right? Like there's that coach speak index that's interesting to hear about, but like, I think he could be something, but like, I just don't know. Like if Mike Evans is healthy, George Kittle's there, like Deebo Samuel's there, Christian Kirk is back healthy. Deshaun Stribling may get like 60% route rate, and like if he's
gonna be fine. I think the Deshaun Stribling hype is only because Mike Evans is already hurt. Ricky Pearsall's out for the season. Deebo's there. He's fat. Right. Yeah. George Kittle should be healthy, so maybe that hurts him a little bit. But like, yeah, Mike Evans is healthy. Deebo's healthy. I mean, you have Christian Kirk who's still there, could be a pain. But like, Stribling's pretty good. I mean, there was definitely a reach there in the draft. But I mean, I still think he's a guy that in an offensive system like this that could thrive. So at where he's going, if you missed him in the late 18th round, 17th round, don't draft him in the 10th round, right? Like, just don't draft him now. It's like, it's not worth taking that risk that he's not anything good and he's been steamed so much. So it's the price is incorrect right now. Yeah,
what I want you to do now, though, this is something I just thought about, is I think let's go back. So I've done 150 drafts in the best one minute. I finished like a month ago.
Yeah, my location error is popping up, so I can't do a draft anyway. So let's go through exposures.
Okay, so not exposures. I want to go back. This is not exposure. I want to go back. We'll do that maybe in a second, but I want to go back and go to your very first drafted best ball team. And I haven't looked at mine yet. I'm just curious where you went. And I'm honestly curious where I went. Like, I have no idea how this team is going to look, but I'm curious where it stands. Given all the news we have today, how would you rate your team? Because it's going to be, I think there's going to be some, potential goodness. Yeah, I'm like hoping it's a good team, Dylan, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm going to click on mine. I want to hear yours first, maybe.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's go first too. I'll call this first one out. We'll give it a grade. Let's grade it. Yeah. Grade the release. All right, so this is Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, Bill Merritt, Tyler Algier, Mike Washington, Emmanuel Wilson. Not the strongest running back.
That's a C- running back field.
And likewise at receiver, I think, as well. So we have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Carnell Tate, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen McMillan, Antonio Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Jack Vetch, and then Isaiah Likely, Chikakonkwo. Not the finest operation here.
Yeah, I would say that's like a C- team, in my opinion. You hope that team makes out of the pod, but it probably is not good contend. What'd you say?
That's a D for me. That's a D. Can I go 3?
No, let's go through, but let's go. Let me go me next, and we'll kind of go back and forth. It looks like Altuve hit a home run. Let's go, baby. Houston, let's ride. Did you play them in DFS, Dylan?
I didn't play any DFS for baseball today. I have too many outcomes that I want to happen.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, well, this team's not completely dead. So this team is a team, Dylan. I want to get your honest feedback here. So Justin Herbert, Jordan Love up top as my 2 quarterbacks. We have Ashton Denty, Omarion Hampton, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks, and Ray Davis. I actually don't hate that running back core. Still pretty solid.
No. We probably got Jonathan Brooks at a very steep discount to where he's going. Do you know where his ADP was in here?
He was 147. I don't know where he's going now. But I'm sure it was the first draft I ever did, so it had to be. Can you look up his ADP right now? Why read your rest? So then it's Ted McMillan, Ladd McConkey, Christian Watson, like all those guys, Matthew Golden, Tesla, don't love that. Then I have Brazel and Antonio Williams. So the back end of the receivers there are kind of dead in my opinion. Then Tucker Craft, Chikakonkwo, and Terrence Ferguson. I think that's more of like a B- team. It's a still solid team that can contend in that pot.
Yeah, I think it's a solid B. That's a solid B. Do you want to see an F team?
Is this your second team? I want to hear it.
Well,
is this the second?
Bad, so,
okay,
yeah,
go for it.
It's Cam Ward, Jacoby Brissett quarterbacks. That's not good. That's not good.
No.
And then we have the running backs are fine. It's Hempty, Genty, Hampton, Harvey, Manungai, Bill Merritt, Jay Brooks, Katron Allen. Receivers are Tedero McMillan, Luther Burden, Roma Dunze, Marvin Harrison, Jalen Coker, Adnan Mitchell, Jack Betch, of course, Chigakonko, Gunnar Helm.
It's not horrible, Dylan. If Cam Moore takes a step forward, it's not horrible. Oh man, this is my second team I drafted. I really want to hear your take on this too. So I had the second pick. This is a hero receiver for sure, but I went Caleb Williams, Brock Purdy, Bryce Young. Great. This is where I'm absolutely fried chicken at running back. Listen to these running backs. Just dude. Kyle Monangai is my number one running back. My second running back is Emmett Johnson. My third running back is Katron Allen. My fourth running back is Ray Davis, and my fifth running back is Kalen Black. I need someone has to get murdered on the field for that team.
That
may be the worst running back room I've ever. Why did I draft this? But listen to receivers: this Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Tedero McMillan, Luther Burden, Roma Dunze, Jalen Coker, Deshaun Stripling, and then I went George Kittle and Chigakonko. So the rest of the team is strong, but the running back room I'm going to be absolutely cooked at that position. That's more to me because that's such a weak. That's an F because I feel like I can't score at running back. Don't like that at all. It's weird. So go ahead, give me your third team. This is just fun. This is like a trip down memory lane because I do think it's fun to see like where we drafted, when we drafted. So far, I don't love what I was drafting as my first couple teams. But go ahead, give me your next.
Some of these teams I've drafted are just like incredibly bad. Just looking through some of the ownership is just it's like, what were you doing here? And sometimes you take that, but let's go. This team is not. I mean, I drafted Bill. I was so high in Bill early. This is Justin Herbert, Malik Willis, Chase Brown, DeJarian Price, who I was getting too much of, Tony Pollard, Bill Merritt, Tyjae Spears, Katron Allen, then Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Denzel Boston, Trey Harris, Caleb Douglas, Brendan Thompson, Rondé Gatson, who's pretty terrible, and then Chigakonko. Pretty bad team there, if I'm being completely honest with you as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're going through a lot of stuff I don't love. Yeah, this is another team. Dude, I have a lot of Ted McMillan. So Jordan Love, Malik Willis, Fernando Mendoza, then Travis Chan Jr. We have Jadarian Price, Kyle Monangai, Mike Washington, Jaden Blue. Just kind of thin at running back. It feels like I was going hero receiver a lot, which just in hindsight is not the way you want to play. In my opinion, this year in best ball, it's like you kind of want to go more heavy receiver. But Jamar Chase, Ted McMillan, Terry McLaurin, Parker Washington, Matthew Golden, Malik Washington, Jack Beck. I actually really like the receivers. Then it's Gatson, Brenton Strange, and Chigakonko. Oh, I was drafting these teams. Now I realize I was drafting these teams before buys came out too. So like there's a lot of like buy madness that's happening there. Do you have any good teams?
Looking at these teams though, this is a huge indication of wait till the buys come out. So you're not absolutely fucked before the season starts. You know?
Yeah. Give me a team that you drafted in the bottom half, though. Early in the season that you like.
I'm going through 10. I'm just going through a few right here, that maybe I have some interest in. It's tough. I mean, a lot of Genty still, right? I don't hate that.
No, I like it.
I've lost interest on, but like this isn't. It's not a bad team. It's Caleb Williams, Malik Willis, Mendoza, Genty Hampton, Tootin. A lot of Genty Hampton Tootin starts, and then Mike Washington, Kalen Black, who looks like he's the number 2 there for San Francisco. So, and then McConkey, Burden, Godwin, Worthy, Diggs, Naylor, Betch. Don't hate that.
Yeah, I found that I have a lot of Kalen Black as well. I wonder if like that was early, early leans. And maybe let's go. Okay, yeah. There's just a lot of like not dead teams, but teams I don't love. Go to your most recent team. I'm curious what that looks like.
Yeah, this is a team. This is a team that might be more interesting. This is the 7th team I drafted. Rate this. This really isn't that bad, and it's 3 sketchy quarterbacks, but I think it still could play all right. We have because the running backs are pretty strong. So it's Tyler Shaw, Mendoza, and Deshaun Watson. Yeah, quarterback room kind of sketchy, right?
Yeah.
But then Amari and Hampton, James Cook, Bashal Tootin, Kyle Monangai, Blake Corum. Kind of happy there.
Yeah.
And within that, right, getting my Cleveland stack, I have Casey Concepcion with Denzel Boston. But then I have Jerry Jeudy. But I also have Luther Burden, Harrison, Trey Tucker, Beck, tight end Loveland, Kincaid, Jawan, who definitely takes a step forward now with a little bit of Tyson injury,
Yeah, I don't hate that though. That's not bad. It is a stark contrast. Like there's a lot of teams I'm looking at. I'm like, I would not. How did this guy? Who is this human being that drafted this team? I don't hate it though. Are you doing a big team right now, Dylan? Are you in any of the big dogs? Like,
No. Give me run through the big dog teams.
okay. Well, let me this team's not bad at all. So this is Malik Willis, Cam Ward. I actually don't hate that combo late in drafts when you're like looking for cheap QBs. Ashton Genty, Chase Brown, Kyle Monangai, Kenneth Gainwell, and Tyler Algier. I like all those guys. Like, especially Algier now when I was drafting him in like the 200 range because no one wanted him. Luther Bird and Brian Thomas Jr., Carnell Tawando Robinson. This is stacked with Cam Ward, obviously. Ted Hurst, Calvin Ridley, Adonai Mitchell, Jack Besh, and then Coach Lovin, Laporta, and Pat Fireman. So I like that. That's a complete team that feels like, got some fallers there just based on where those drafts were going. So
and sometimes you look back at some of your gross teams and they make it through because there's injuries, right? So like, don't completely rule out that you can make a run with some of those sketchy running back teams where if the injuries fall your way, you get a little bit of luck there.
Yeah, and so maybe I'll visit my big dog this is the one that I'm drafting live right now. Raid this start, and I think you'll like it. So I got the 102. So Bijan Robinson, listen to this down. Bijan Robinson, Bashal Tootin, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, and Christian Watson. It's like that is an elite start in my opinion.
Yeah, I love that.
And I think what I'm going to try to do next is get like PTJ potentially with like Jalen Warren. I've been moving Jalen Warren up a bit. Like I just feel like he's going to be highly involved. Like he's good in pass pro. And there's like, we saw some good from Rico Dowdle, but there's like always like this off the field stuff. And like sometimes he misses assignments and like he ends up missing playing time for that. And like Jalen Warren, like I still think he's a good running back, right? Like when we realized he was getting the room, we're like, oh, we're high on Jalen Warren. And maybe, I don't know how competent Aaron Rodgers will be this season, but I think he can lead the offense there. So,
yeah, I like that. Looking through some of these teams, there's definitely some teams where you look at it and be like, this is actually built pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. So, you're going to take some lumps for sure. There's going to be some red flags, but you just hope that, you're right at your stands at the top.
Yeah. Cool. What do you want to talk? You want to do some division or do you want to do some more? I got a bunch of news I could talk to you about, but also maybe some bets that you like, future bets you like. Cause we're at this point in the year where it's like, I'm running out of drafts, baby. Also, like,
we'll keep this relatively shorter today. I mean, we're almost at 30 here, but I want to jump on and just give some of my division winner bets. Put them out there.
Yeah.
And Jack Cat got scratched today.
What was it? What was the issue?
He just has lingering soreness. He's fine. Do you have him on any of your teams?
No, I did not.
So this is just some of my futures bets. I don't hate this. This is Bengals to win division, Jags, Chargers, Buccaneers, Patriots, Cowboys, Rams, Packers.
Interesting.
Laid $30 bet on that. So pretty happy with that. I mean, pretty happy until you get absolutely screwed one way or the other. But yeah, I mean, look, what about Jay Walk again? Just hitting and stealing.
That's amazing. I saw he scored. I didn't know what contributed.
He just hits and runs. He just does these things for some reason. I don't know. Like he's a big.
I'm in first. Yeah, I'm in first in both by like 25 points in one, 60 points in the other. Partly because the Altuve home run helps. Again, he's in the outfield right now, and I needed him to score. I needed another outfielder there, which is interesting that he's in the outfield. But Shane Baz is pitching pretty well. Jay Walk scoring against Sanchez is funny, Dylan, because I have Sanchez and Jay Walk on the same team, so it's like kind of a double, like it's like a net benefit ultimately for him to score because Christopher Sanchez still has like 61 points already. Jay Walk's having an absolute monster week, and I hope if he could lead us to the promised land, it would be phenomenal. I'm excited I'm excited for football. There's a lot of CFB content out there.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're gonna regularly jump on here this football Sundays and kind of go through our process, what we're looking at, what we're targeting 3-entry max, what contests we're playing. And this is just us to kind of get together and see what's going on in the zeitgeist. There's a ton of good content out there, but really we're going to pigeonhole ourselves into mostly DFS. We're going to talk broad spectrum as well, but where we shine is really just those day-to-day, those individual slates. We'll jump on and talk showdowns. We'll jump on and talk full game slates, half game slates.
Yeah. I mean, there's teams and I think there's a lot of there's gonna be those battle royales. I always fucking forget the name of those. The dog bowl contest. We'll do those too. Cause I think, I was thinking about this last night. The reason there's an edge in drafting, right? DFS is a little different because everyone, right? Like you come from a clean slate. When you're building DFS, you have like the same slate of players everyone has. But when you're drafting, right, you have a draft spot and not everyone's available, but people, there's like, I would say 20% of teams that are drafted in any contest, like someone's not paying attention or someone's doing it incorrectly. there is a component of luck, right? Like obviously there's like a component of luck. Like you could be the best DFS drafter. I mean, like best ball drafter, underdog drafter in the world. And like, you're still going to get shit luck sometimes. But if you draft 90 quality best ball teams, you're going to be profitable, because there's a lot of guys that are just drafting shit teams, like players that shouldn't be drafted. And I mean this with like the daily fantasy sports too. Like people make a lot of mistakes, and I think if you can avoid mistakes, luck will eventually err on your side, and you'll have enough good teams where like you'll be profitable. So I think that's like an edge to me. I've been telling you this in draft for a while. It's like people just draft. Sometimes people draft players who aren't even playing that day. So like just keep an eye on that when you're doing drafts, and don't follow ADP for the most part in terms of like the battle royales and dog goals. Like draft teams and stacks that you like, because they're going to be, you don't have to even get contrarian. Like when I won that 50K, it was not like I drafted a contrarian team. It was like all starters, all guys that were great DFS plays. It was just like guys down the board, right? Just pick your guys, pick your spots. You can win a lot of money that way. Just draft good teams. Don't take any draft off. And I think sometimes, obviously you have bad service. Some shit happens. We're walking around the farm. That happens to us occasionally. But for the most part, it's like you can draft good teams. If you can draft a bunch of good teams, you're going to win money. You're going to win these drafts. I think we'll continue to do this, continue to put the DFS grind to work. Any other news coming out, Dylan, that you want to talk about, or no?
Nothing today. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a full week of stuff lined up. Baseball Monday, baseball Tuesday, UFC Thursday, and then NFL college football, because we have week 0. We're going to be grinding for that. We're going to be in the flagship. We're going to be in the 333. So we'll jump on and talk about where we're going, maybe some different angles. Because you're going to see college football guys, they can get 60, 70% owned. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to the news. And on top of it, especially in these early weeks when there's some uncertainty around starters.
Yeah, we'll be putting out a schedule every Sunday because like it is going to change week to week, and depending on the contest, depending on what sports are in play, it'll dictate like what we're doing too, right? Like we have a life outside of this, so we're gonna have to. That will determine something, but we'll put a schedule out so you guys, anyone who watches, can kind of tune in those VRE sports if you're interested. As something we may do, like if there's a big hockey tournament, we do on some hockey content too. Hockey was like what kicked us off in this sport. Like, yeah, Gabriel Landeskog. I mean, this is like 2014. Gabriel Landeskog hitting a game winner to win the game for the Avalanche. This is like, I mean, a decade plus ago when it's 30K. This was like, and then we like quit our jobs. We're like, hey, let's just do this whole time. Probably wasn't the smart move to like quit.
We were also post-college in graduate school.
30K meant a lot more in 2014, if we're being real though. Like it meant so much more in 2014. Like 30K now is like, that's good, but like, hey, let's move to the next one. Yeah, 30K back then, you're like, God, I think I was paying
like $300 in rent.
Yeah, it was so cheap. Life was affordable. Yeah, man. I don't think there's anything else. This was a quick, and I just wanted to get on chat with you for a second.
Yeah. And when you I gotta run something by you. So when we end this stream.
Okay. Well, thanks for jumping on, man. We'll be back diving into it this week. Yeah, check out the schedule if you are interested in seeing what we're coming out with. But we'll be back. We'll be doing more of the format for and the time of the day will probably stay the same, but just the content that we talk about will differ a little bit. So when football kicks off, we'll be doing stuff on 5:00. Most days it's gonna be 5:00 Eastern during the week, just for work purposes, but also because like for baseball lineups will be out. For football, like you'll be able to digest the day slate before we jump in and chat about it. So yeah. All right, man. Thank you for jumping on. Thanks for anyone who tuned in. And yeah, we'll be back.
Check.
All right. Good start to